Okay, so today I'm doing another album battle. We got Justin Timberlake, FutureSex Lovesounds versus the 2020 Experience. So here's going to be the track list for both albums so you can put them to the test and see which one ultimately ends up on top for you. So for me, I'm definitely going to go with the 2020 Experience on this. I actually think that that is his best album the more that I listen to it. I feel like it was pretty cohesive. I think there's just a lot of strong songs on here, minimal skips for me at least. Some of my favorite songs off of this record, I love Strawberry Bubblegum. I just think it's a super interesting soundscape and incredible. And I really like the second part of that song as well. Top 10 Justin Timberlake song all time for me. Mirrors is probably his best song in my opinion. Just all the different sections that it has. Vocal performance on here was stellar. I like the lyrics and I really like the video as well. And whenever that came out, like that was my song. Like I was listening to that on repeat all the time. I distinctly remember that song. Also, some other moments I really liked on this album. Push Your Love Girl was certainly a favorite for me. Other favorites for me on this album, Tunnel Vision. Again, just an amazing soundscape on here. Loved his vocals on here. Loved the lyrics. Yeah, another one of my favorite Justin Timberlake songs all time. Suit and Tie, I think it's super catchy. I like the Jay-Z feature on there a lot. I also like the video for that one. And Blue Ocean 4, I actually feel like is quite underrated. Like, a lot of people don't like that song, maybe because it's just very much a different vibe from everything else on the album. But I thought it was interesting in terms of the production, in terms of the vocals and moments on there. So that's always been a favorite for me as well. My only skip on this album was Let the Groove Get In. I don't like that song. It's so repetitive. It's trash. I don't get why people like it. And a blemish on an otherwise perfect album. So I just don't really go for that song particularly. But this album, it had a maturity to it. I love the production here. I thought that it was incredible. His vocal performances certainly don't disappoint. I could appreciate this era for what it is and definitely one of the best albums of the 2010s, if you let me tell it. For the case of FutureSex Lovesounds, what I really liked about this album was the soundscape, all the electro pop and R&B going all the way throughout this record. You had great songs on here, such as My Love with featuring T.I. Don't like his feature on it. I just skip past it and we pretend he's not in the song. But, you know, that song 8, I like the video. I like the choreography for that one a lot. Summer Love is actually my favorite song on this album. And it was impressive that it went top 10 without a video. I really would have liked a video for it. And I just think it's super catchy and just his vocal delivery has always stood out to me on that song. And I also really enjoyed Love Stone. I think She Knows Interlude. What a fascinating piece just to listen to on that album. I like the transitions there. And also What Goes Around Comes Around, certainly a great moment. I love the guitars on that song and the video for that. In terms of my skip on this album, I do not like Damn Girl with will.i.am. It just feels out of place. It does not fit on the album at all, in my opinion. And I also didn't like Another Song All Over Again. And with this album, I made my own playlist, and some of the songs from the deluxe, it kind of like slots in better. Because why do we have like 2 minutes before My Love actually starts? I don't want to hear that. Why do we have the prelude before Until the End of Time starts? I don't want to hear that. And I like the version with Beyonce. So yeah, I don't really have to make that many tweaks to 2020 Experience to make it work for me. I made a couple tweaks to FutureSex Lovesounds. So that's also kind of the reason that 2020 gets the edge for me. But I think both of these are great albums, some of the best in his discography. I could see you going either one, but I think that 2020 Experience just has more top of the line tracks overall. And so there's just a lot to like about it. There really is. And part 1 is far superior to part 2. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Which album do you prefer and why? What are your favorite songs on each album? And let's continue that conversation.